Triumph has just revealed the new range of Bonnevilles in London, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on what they're about. What we don't know is actually the new horsepower specs, the dimensions, the prices, because they will come later. But what we do know is that this is a completely new set of Bonnevilles with nothing taken from the old ones. If you remember the history of the new Bonneville, started out as an 850, became an 865, and now there's two engines, a 900 and a 1200, which will go across three model ranges. What's new? Completely new. New chassis, new design, new styling, new aggregates. And as soon as we saw the bikes, you could immediately tell that Triumph has paid a lot more attention to the finish levels, the details, the finishes and the materials. And as a result, all the Bonnevilles look a lot better. They look a lot more upmarket. And I think when they come to India, that will be one of the reasons to buy the Bonneville. So where does its range start? So the new base Bonneville actually has a name now. It's called the Street Twin. It gets a 900cc liquid-cooled, fuel-injected engine, which makes an unknown amount of horsepower, but it makes about, I think, 18% more torque than the outgoing Bonneville. Triumph has a graph for us. We'll try and show you that graph. But the point is, it sounds really good. It looks really nice and compact, and new riders will have a lot of fun on the motorcycle. We did ask them if the seat height was lower than before, and they were not willing to discuss the specs, but they did tell us that the seat height is at least the same or slightly lower, and it's slightly more wasted. So the tank is narrower at the end and the seat is narrower in the front. So it will feel like a more compact bike when you ride it. The other good thing that has happened, it happens to all Bonnevilles, and I'm so happy about this, is that the key is not somewhere out on the front of the motorcycle anymore. It's right where it belongs, right in front and center, right ahead of where the handlebar is mounted. Really happy about that across the range. The Street Twin has a single instrument pod. There's a digital screen that shows you a lot of information and a rev counter that goes around it. Above that is the new T120, which replaces the T100. That's the retro motorcycle, spoke wheels and everything. But that gets the high torque version of the 1200cc engine. Triumph is saying as much as 54% more torque than the outgoing 865cc engine, which is special. It's supposed to be a practical motorcycle, so it has heated grips, for example, as standard. Probably not very relevant in India, but it's standard equipment. All the guys who ride in cold conditions like in Europe or maybe Leh will get it as a standard part of the motorcycle. Similarly, practically oriented, upright ergonomics, designed to have two people up on the motorcycle comfortably, center stand. So in that sense, it's probably the middle of the range. It's well made, it's comfortable, it's practical. You'll be able to ride it two up. And Triumph is saying across the range, they're supple motorcycles now with a lot better ride quality, and they'll be able to absorb more now. It also has a version called the T120 Black, which is visually the same motorcycle, except all the surfaces that they can turn black have been turned black. There is a very nice matte grey model as well, also called a T120 Black, which I also really like. Above that is the new Thruxton, and that's spectacular looking because they've gone all out and turned it into a modern looking cafe racer rather than the old one which looked like an adapted Bonneville. So as a result, it's a very focused, clean looking motorcycle. It's got the high power version of the 1200cc engine, 60% more torque than the outgoing motorcycle. And above that is the new Thruxton R, which looks just brilliant because it's got these gold colored upside down Showa forks up front, fully adjustable. They've got Brembo monoblock calipers up front. It's about the best brakes you can buy right now in spec terms. At the back, they've got Öhlins suspension, and it just looks spectacular. What Triumph have also done, 470 items on an accessories list which allow you to change the bike, customize it to fit your needs. And they've done a little bit more work on that, which they call the inspiration kits. So for the Street Twin, for the T120s and the Thruxtons, you get a list of parts which create a very specific look. To give you an example, here's a photograph of the Scrambler inspiration kit based on the Street Twin. As you can see, if you put all of these bits together, you get what looks like a Scrambler. Luckily, it's not a box full of parts. You don't have to buy the whole thing. You can eliminate items on that list that you don't really want to buy. The other inspiration kit I want you to look at, this is the Thruxton Track Racer inspiration kit. And yes, that fairing just makes everything look spectacular. What we don't know, of course, is when these will be launched. We have a good feeling that the Bonnevilles will be at the Auto Expo at Triumph stand, and I think we will get prices at the Auto Expo, and the sales will begin immediately after that. Here are some more images of the new Bonnevilles. This is us signing out.